How's it going, you guys? AZPlow21 back again with another episode of our UFC save here in WMMA 5. And here today we've got for you UFC Fight Night Reyes versus OEZDEMIR 2. And this is a very important fight night because a title eliminator could be on the line here. We have DOMINICK Reyes taking on VOLKAN OEZDEMIR. Now, VOLKAN OEZDEMIR has been on a little bit of a streak. Blachowicz, Rockhold, Anthony Smith. If he beats DOMINICK Reyes, he will be fighting for the light heavyweight title in the near future. DOMINICK Reyes, on the other hand, is not eligible because he's already lost to Jon Jones twice. So he's not going to be fighting Jon Jones a third time. So as long as Jones is the light heavyweight champion, Reyes cannot fight for the title. Now, I don't know if he wants to move up to heavyweight or just keep fighting or do whatever he wants to do, but he can't fight for the title as long as Jones is the champion. So the only one with really anything to gain here is OEZDEMIR, but it's very important in that regard. So with that said, let's get things started. We are making our way towards two pay-per-views this month. UFC 271 Gillespie versus Poirier and UFC 272 McGregor versus Diaz 3. The trilogy is going to be completed soon. So with that said, let's get this fight night underway here in Southeast Europe, home of VOLKAN OEZDEMIR, Switzerland more than likely. Got a big crowd on hand, I'm sure. Probably not. But our first fight in the prelims is Frank the Crank Camacho taking on David Tamer. And Frank the Crank gets the win via knockout in round number 1. Congrats to the 32-year-old. And he invites everyone over to his post-show party. Who's going partying with Frank the Crank? Will Brooks taking on Alexander Shadjadeh. Will Brooks 1-3 in the UFC. I mean, he's had a nice little run coming back, but we'll have to see. He did not do good his last run out in the UFC, taking on Shadjadeh, who is 0-1 in the UFC, and Shadjadeh gets the win via armbar in round number 1. Okay. Moving on, lightweight division, Rick the Gladiator Glenn takes on Mateusz Rebecki, and Rebecki gets the win via submission with a second left to go in round number 3. Just 1 second left to go, and he still gets the win. I wonder if he was going to be losing that fight if it had gone the distance. All right, Derek Minner, who we saw lose this past weekend, takes on Chaz Scrapper Skelly at 145, and Derek Minner gets the win via unanimous decision. Actually, no, Derek Minner won this past weekend over TJ Laramie. My mistake. Kyle the Monster Nelson taking on Levon Makashvili. In my other UFC save, Makashvili ends up being really, really good. Here, he's coming off no contest to Grant Dawson. I think it's because Dawson tested positive for something. But Makashvili wins via TKO in round number 1. Love to see it. Cole Smith taking on DeMarte Pena at 135. DeMarte Pena still technically undefeated at 13-0-2, and he remains as such. 14-0-2 knockout in round number 3 for DeMarte Pena, and he's calling out Ping Yuan Liu in the process. Up next, we have Jun Yong Park taking on Abu Gladiator Azaitar in the middleweight division. 12-5 taking on 15-3, 1-1, and Azaitar gets the win via knockout in round number 1. He's now 3-1 in the UFC. You love to see it. Moving on, Devin Brown Bear Clark taking on Smilinho Rama. A couple of you have been wondering about Smilinho Rama. Has not been doing that great. He only has a draw here in the UFC. Devin Brown Bear Clark, of course, coming off that win, I think over... Crap, I can't remember who he beat. But he beat someone pretty recently. Meanwhile, Devin Clark and Rama. Devin Clark gets the win via submission in round number 1. I can't remember who he beat. Anyways, Devin Clark thanks the sponsors and his fans. Adam Wieczorek taking on Mauro Sorelli in the heavyweight division, and Wieczorek gets the win via knockout. Improves to 11-4 and might have just, I mean, that's tough because he's gone. Anyways, so sending him on his way with a win. I guess that's nice. You like to see it. Walking Trouble, Ante Delija taking on Alexander Romanov in the heavyweight division, and Delija gets the win via unanimous decision. He is now 2-1 in his UFC career. Alrighty, and now the first fight on the main card Hopefully my future wife, Macy Barber, taking on blonde fighter Caitlin Chookagian. Of course, Chookagian has fought for the title in this save, lost to Shevchenko, lost to De La Rosa, and then recently beat Paige Van Zant. She's taking on Macy Barber, who is coming off a loss to Montana De La Rosa. Chookagian is the favorite, and Caitlin Chookagian beats Macy Barber via TKO in round number 2. So that's 2 straight losses now for Macy. She still has a long way to go, but she drops to 12-3. All right, Alexei Kunchenko taking on Sean Brady now. Kunchenko, a huge favorite at -520. Sean Brady is 14-1. And Sean Brady with a big upset win over Kunchenko. You like to see it. 353 in round number 3. Improves to 15-1. He lost his undefeated streak to Matt Brown, beat Maki Patolo, and here he is getting a big win over a ranked fighter in Alexei Kunchenko. Awesome. We might have a new ranked fighter come the end of this night. Santiago Ponzinibbio taking on Eddie Alvarez. This is a big fight at 170. Eddie Alvarez, number 20 in the division, coming off a loss to Joaquin Buckley in one championship. He's making his return to the octagon. Takes on Santiago Ponzinibbio, number 10 in the division, coming off 2 straight losses. Colby Covington and Vicente Luque. Your winner in this one is Santiago Ponzinibbio. Welcomes back Eddie Alvarez with a TKO victory in round number 2. Like to see it. Juliana Velasquez taking on Jillian Robertson. Now, if Juliana Velasquez can win this one, improve to 16-0, she will win the right to face off against Valentina Shevchenko. Congratulations if she gets that. Robertson is coming off a loss to Shevchenko for the title in March of 2021. Velasquez, 2-0 in the UFC, JoJo Calderwood, Andrea Lee. If she gets a win over Robertson, she gets the title shot. She's the underdog, and she loses. Wow, okay. Jillian Robertson improves to 10-5 with a TKO victory over Velasquez and gives her first loss in her career. Wow. Okay. Big win for Robertson there. Co-main event of the evening, Rory McDonald taking on Tim the Dirty Bird Means. Number 7 is Tim Means. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 5 straight wins for Tim Means. Matthews, Neal, Nardiev, Perry, and Marshman. He takes on Rory McDonald, who was just 1 fight away from fighting for a title. Wins over Burns, Wonderboy, and then lost to Colby Covington. Your winner in the co-main events is Rory McDonald. Knocks him out in 49 seconds. And he's going clubbing. Who's going clubbing with Rory McDonald? All right, main event of the evening. A potential title eliminator. If it's OEZDEMIR, he gets the title shot. If it's Reyes, sorry. Let's get this main event underway in the light heavyweight division. Your referee is Yves Levine. We are underway. They are touching gloves. Exchange of strikes, nothing really going on early on. It really would be kind of a bummer. Not a bummer, but kind of interesting if Reyes were to win just because he doesn't have anything to really gain, you know? Halfway point of the round. Right hook misses from OEZDEMIR. Counter left hand from Reyes. Reyes was equal to the 1-2. Uh-oh. OEZDEMIR is out. It's all over. Ladies and gentlemen, 3 minutes and 31 seconds into round number 1. Referee Yves Levine calls a stop to the contest, declaring your winner by knockout. And still not the number 1 contender, Dominick Reyes. Ah! I almost spilled a bunch of soda all over my laptop. 3:31 in round number 1. Reyes gets the win. Knocks out OEZDEMIR. That sucks. Alright, I know we had a fantastic fight, so let's go make that one the fight of the night. Rebecca and Glenn. Yep, let's see. Performance bonuses. Knockout for Frank Camacho. Let's give him one. And Rory McDonald, knockout in 40. You know what? Jillian Robertson, too. Three performance bonuses. I'm feeling a little charitable tonight. Alright, you like to see it. Nice little profit from that fight card. You like to see it. Get a little bit extra cheddar, you know? We don't really need it, you know? Because we have the maximum exposure we could potentially get. But it's always nice to get a little bit more Skrilla, you know? Especially when it comes down to, like, later on in the save when companies are actually, like, higher up, you know? And they're going to want to, like, bid a lot more money on the fighters that I have. Having that extra money will help. By the way, you like the shirt? If you're watching on YouTube, link is down in the description to the merchandise, you know, store. If you want to buy a shirt with the Penguin logo on it or anything like that, check it out. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you. Be sure to like the video and subscribe. Comment down below what you thought of the card, what you think about the cards that are to come. Follow me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, all that other good stuff. As always, we're going to check out the rankings, check out our emails, and then sign off. Jinsu Sun, who watched this last weekend's fight card with Covington and Tyron Woodley. I was very disappointed. I like Tyron Woodley, you know. He used to be such a good champion, but he doesn't have it. It doesn't seem like he even wants to fight. You know what I mean? Like, it's sad to watch, really. I don't like it. Because he did not perform well at all. You know, he had a couple little moments where he, like, when he was pressuring Colby backed off, you know? So keep going after him. But Tyron just can't pull the trigger, and it bums me out. Because I know what he's capable of, but apparently not anymore. Colby Covington, good win. I'd imagine he's probably going to fight Masvidal next. Either Masvidal or maybe get the rematch with Usman after Burns. Especially if Usman somehow loses to Burns. That's probably the fight they're going to want to make, the rematch. But even if Usman beats Burns, I wouldn't really even know who's next other than Leon Edwards. I mean, I doubt Colby's going to want to fight Leon Edwards. Leon Edwards doesn't have, you know, a big name or anything like that. Let's go ahead and check our rankings. Always love to update those rankings, see how everyone is getting on. Pavlovich is now ranked at heavyweight. Light heavyweight, OEZDEMIR moves down to number 8. So now, I mean, as far as light heavyweight's concerned, it was going to be OEZDEMIR if he won, but he didn't. So now, all that we have is Shogun. But, I mean, Glover Teixeira, he has his fight scheduled, and if he wins his next fight, it'll probably be him. We can only hope that he wins. Because I kind of want... I like it when there's, you know, contenders that are, like, lined up. You know what I mean? Just so that way it makes it easier on matchmaking. Okay. Boom. Alright. Easy enough. Let me go and move that to the side. Alright, but yeah. OEZDEMIR moves down to number 8. Devin Clark ranked at number 23. You like to see it. Middleweight, Murtazaliev is back and ranked at 25. At welterweight, McDonald moves up to number 2. After beating Tim Means. I think he needs one more win. Because we have Leon Edwards, and then Alves is fighting Covington. And if he beats Covington, he might get the title shot next. I mean, Masvidal GSP too. I mean, I don't know. Welterweight is stacked, and that's not a bad thing. But yeah, he moves above Masvidal and Edwards. Means moves down to number 10. Alvarez moves down to number 22. Yikes. Where's Ponzinibbio? He only moves up one spot. Okay. Everyone else moves up. Michael Venom Page and Eric Koch are ranked now. You like to see it. Lightweight, there is no movement. At featherweight, no movement. Bantamweight, no movement. Flyweight, people move up. Women's bantamweight, Carol Host is ranked again. At flyweight, Chukagian moves up to number 3. Barber moves down to number 9. Velasquez moves down to 10. Robertson is number 4. I wonder if I could make the Chukagian-Robertson fight. Have they fought recently? No. No, they haven't. That might be the fight that I make next. Okay, cool. Interesting. And then at strawweight, Asha Roka is in at number 24. And no, I don't have her. Okay. Yeah. No, yeah, she was supposed to be here. Okay, cool. Sounds good. Let's see if there's anything interesting here in the news. I see that we're probably going to have to re-sign OEZDEMIR. James Boknovic, 3-0 or 2-0 in LFA. He's been doing okay for himself. I think I'm going to hold off. Yeah, I'll hold off for now. Who's this? Minwoo Kim. He's coming off a loss, so no thanks. Keith Barish. You know, I'm not really seeing anything like interesting out of this, so I am going to go ahead and go after Boknovic now. Oh, he can't sign a deal. Interesting. I mean, oh well. It is what it is. Derek Minner needs to be re-signed. Coming off a win. Of course. Get Minner back in there on a deal. Oh, one championship trying to get Joaquin Buckley. Ooh. I want him. I know in real life he just got slept by Kevin Holland, but I do want him. Andrew Clamp. I'm just going to be very aggressive in terms of signing, offering money. Like I said, like we have the money, so why not use it? Juliana Velasquez. Give her a nice big contract. Low-level national. She's pretty popular. Ulap Nark Bonboom. Or whatever her name is. Let's re-sign Ulap. She will be sent down to Invicta. Mauro Cirilli. 1 and 2. Ugh, I don't know about that, Chief. 38 years old. High-level regional. Heavyweight. No. Ciamaro. Delesia coming off a win. We'll keep him. Yeah, 2 guaranteed fights. That's perfectly fine. Jun Young Park. 2 and 3 in the UFC. Give him 1 more run out. Okay. Wieczorek leaves. That's perfectly fine. OEZDEMIR. Let's go and re-sign him. That's fine. Abu Zaitar. Need to re-sign him. 2 guaranteed fights is fine when you're on that kind of winning streak. Ooh. I do have him as on my short list because he's 28, but he's coming off a loss. So I'm going to say no. And I'm going to take him off the short list. Sorry. Should have won your fight. Okay. Alright, well that looks like it's going to be it. I'm AZPlow21. Thank you for watching the video. Next time I see you guys will be for UFC Fight Night Weili versus Yan. In the main event, Zhang Weili takes on Xiaonan Yan in China. I'm AZPlow21. Can't wait for UFC 271. Can't wait for UFC 272. I'll see you guys down in the comment section, in the Twitch chat, or in the next video. Have a good one.